We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives. We are honored to be in conversation with Representative Fonati Kofa, the former Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives. You may be aware that today he submitted a very important communication in the interest of all Liberians, despite your political affiliation. The Honorable Kofa, can you tell us the content of your letter today, sir?
Oh, the content of the communication, as was stated in plenary, is basically self-explanatory. One of the things we as lawmakers have to do, we have to gauge the sense of what is going on with our citizens. And increasingly this school year and this year, more and more citizens are sounding the clarion call of distress in terms of where to lay their heads for they and their families and how to keep their children in school. This is the reason why we decided to proffer a letter to say when we are doing the 2026 budget, we need to take into account this urgency that is happening now so that we provide relief to families so they do not fall vulnerable in this society. Because if children cannot go to school, there's a long-term effect on society. So we have to intervene. Look, as I said in the communication, great societies do these kinds of things. Even imagine the cash transfer program that was being operated for women, rural women. It was a United States program. It was a USA program. So if the Americans can spend their money on providing relief for rural women, certainly Liberia in our own budget, we can do the same.
Do you care to make some clarity related to how it's going to be done? Because some of your colleagues are even asking questions. You may pay people rent, school fees, blah, blah. And so you want to explain to us?
Okay, so when this system is developed, it's going to be a voucher system, right? For example, you could say, and I'm just giving you an example, say a rent voucher is $600, right? So if a rent voucher is $600, it means, I'm being distracted. If a rent voucher is $600, it means that each family that is eligible, and there will be a means testing process, okay? There will be a graduating process. Maybe the highest voucher may be $1,200, the least voucher may be $200. So it will be given to the families based upon their needs. So for that basis, maybe you could set aside $10 million. For education, you know, I hear people say, oh, there are free public schools. Who don't want their children to go to the best school possible? So if you put aside, for example, again, $15 million, all right, and try to give out vouchers based on school vetting. This is one of the things that would bring a school that is eligible for vouchers, okay? We'll have to meet certain standards in terms of education level. That will help to bring it up because everybody's going to compete for that. So let's not children stay home, okay? Because the father cannot afford or the mother cannot afford to put them in a school that they feel is best for their children.
Round up, have effort, please.
So, Honorable Kofa, I'm concerned with the audience attached to your communication, especially looking at the post-status of the economy. Why now?
Oh, but why not now? Okay, because things weren't getting better, they are getting worse. Like I told you, the social cash transfer program that was being done by the United States, USAID, has been canceled. Okay, so you can't say why now. Why now? Because the time is now. All right, the urgency is now. More and more families are feeling it now. So you can't say because we didn't do it before, so we should never do it. Okay, what if those families continue to sink? What will be our response? Well, we didn't do it before. Yes, there are things we haven't done since 1847 that we're doing today.
Prime FM Prince Boba, please.
So, Honorable Speaker and Prince, so I'd like to know what could be the standard set in your mind that will qualify schools against this initiative is launched in Liberia that will be able to benefit from such initiative? What would be the benchmark or the qualification criteria?
Well, staff and I are still working with education experts to develop it. That's why we say let's do it at the 2026 budget. We'll be able to submit a full proposal to the Ways, Means and Finance Committee.
So my name is Achi Sebobione from Blaze. In your communication, are you also looking at the budgetary allotment of that? Because I believe your communication is not just for the period, it's a long-term plan. So in terms of financial revenue generation for long-term, are you concerned about recommendations that government, in a way that government will be able to generate revenue in order to support your communication if it is passed into legislation?
No, so it's actually not a long-term plan. It's a short-term plan because it's to address an urgent need. So we can take the 2026 budget and carve out the requisite amount of money. It doesn't have to be 25 million. It could be more. It could be less. Okay, but we have to be able to match, making a dent on this urgent need, right? So beyond 2026 and maybe 2027, if we want to develop a long-term social welfare program, which every responsible government has, then we can look at it as a matter of policy and as a matter of law.
Final question, Jenkins.
So what's your expectation from the committee?
My expectation is when it goes to Ways, Means and Finance, look, this is not something anybody can oppose, right? You know, some politician was saying, oh, why you didn't do it when you were there? Well, economic conditions change over time. And if I were to fully explain, if I were to fully answer that question, we'll get into a different debate. So let me say it this way. My expectation is that I think most of my colleagues, the majority, will vote for such a plan. If rationally put, our job now is to put that rational plan together and submit it at the time that the budget is submitted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Talk to Spoon, because Spoon fool the people the book of Braga. Yes, you told them you told people that have been having 45 years experience. And see what's going on here. See what's going on here.
What's going on here? You want to lock the camera?
Very tough. Very tough.
When you say things are tough, what do you mean?
To get money, young man.
You want to lock the camera?
To get money. You see the town?
To get money high right now?
One. Yes. See the US rate. And the man with a 45 years experience, it's just a bluff. For nothing experience there. For nothing experience, but I brought you to people here. You see, when you see all these people running behind you, taking your market, how people eat. Just my school coming open now. School just tell my school coming open. And I want for you to go and tell Boaka, you are from school, you tell Boaka, you should put your experience into use. Put your experience into use. We can see your experience. 45 years experience, but more. Agriculturalists, you can see why men do what people.
But just finally, do you think the economic hardship you're talking about is the fault of the government, or is just the reality as per what's happening across the world?
If you get experience, you should come with experience. Come with experience. Come with experience. Not just about more 45 years experience. Just well on the dog. They get no experience. That's so nothing 45 experience.
Okay, thank you very much. Why any?
My name is Favor.
Okay, Favor. Okay, so what you will say to your government?
The country is so hard for us and our parents. We are not going to school. All the children, we are saying, but this time, my mother said, 20 government to finish, it can be hard. My mother not affording for me to send me to school. So we want for the government to make everything so for all, for our mother to afford to send us to school.
You going to school?
No.
You're not going to school right now?
Yeah.
You said what's your name, Favor? So what kind of business is your mom doing?
Kobo.
She's doing Kobo business. She's selling across there, all the way on the other side. Yeah. Your man know like talking to Spoon TV right now.
No.
And you want the government to improve the.
And I know that. I think Boga got something in a book that he called a book of lies. And he opened that book every time and gave instruction and said, let's go over there and lie. So, you see, Boga is someone who lived to lie to survive. There is nothing the good for nothing old man continue to show to the Liberian people. He is a good for nothing old man that somebody feels sorry for and brought him to power. But he was for them, and you need to understand that. He was for them. The man got no successful story behind him. Some other person close to him called me on and said, hey, Jeremy, why you always after the old man? And I said, because he's a good for nothing old man. You know that. And I know that. So why don't you go and tell him? And now who the good for nothing man they call Joe Boka is? Do you see anybody happy in that country? Every day that comes, people are engaging in all sort of terrible things happening. If there are not women crying on the street for their children being raped, government officials are complaining because they are working with on no pay. Do you think the man came to rescue? Or he came to endanger the country? That's what he came to do. The only people that are smiling in our country are the people who are in Joseph Boka orbit. Yes, because he has no vision at all. The time to remove Boka is the time to start planning now. The time to start planning now is to understand that we need to unite to start our process and move forward. We are going to the end of the year. The first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, nothing Joseph Boka was able to deliver for the Liberian people. We are now in the fourth quarter. It's the holiday season coming up now. So that means Joseph Boka has been in power for 2 consecutive years and there's nothing he has gained. Whoever hurt you or whoever got hurt, we got to make sure that we join together to remove the Unity Party. There is nothing that the party is doing but creating more pain, more harm, and more hardship in the country. Joseph Boka himself is facing hard time in that place. That's why when he travel, he don't want to be transparent. He hides things because he know whatever he does, we will see it and it will show that he wouldn't come to promote himself. He never came to power to change anything for anybody. We cannot and should not and will not allow this man to take the next year or the year after thinking that he's going to make things better. Every year that comes, Joseph Boka is going to shrink Liberia to nothing. To nothing. Because he's a good for nothing old man. So to my fellow citizens, I'm not looking for a job. Don't be afraid of me. If you have any organization, meeting, workshop, reach out to me.
Oversight with is a governance issue that we must be serious about. I'm not saying we are not. I say we should are in fact more seriousness. This is what they call oversight. Senator Snow and the Senate raised the issue about LEC, and the president Snow is a governance issue that we must be serious about. I'm not saying we are not. I say we should are in fact more seriousness. This is what they call oversight. Senator Snow and the Senate raised the issue about LEC, and the president has sent LEC in keeping with the law, the managing director for confirmation. But Madam President, I want to go beyond what Senator Snow is suggesting or observing. Madam President, I am asking the Senate to summon the President's legal advisor. We need to deal with this President legal advisor. Let him know what kind of legal advice he gave the President. The legal plumbers coming out of the marshal. The legal plumber. Therefore, I'm not calling the error any longer. 1 year, the legal plumber coming out of the marshal. But the President, in the long one, I hear people say, only the Minister of Justice can disagree with the President and the legal blanket. It's not just true like that. The law clear. The Minister of Justice cannot disagree with the President on policy issues and political issues. The Minister of Justice can disagree with the President publicly on the issues of the law. It's not just blanket. Why is the wisdom about that? Because it is assumed that not every president or no president may have the legal knowledge. An example, Ellen Johnson said he was president. And she said, prostitution is not a crime in Liberia. Frances Johnson Morris was Minister of Justice at the time. She didn't go to the mansion quietly to disagree with the president. She did it publicly because that's what the law called for. To talk about the law
You must know the law. It is the Attorney General of the Republic that knows the law. The legal advisor to the President. Madam President, Madam Pro Tem, distinguished colleagues, I am making the case for us to sign the legal advisor to the President. Let him tell
GMB Advanced Team Commander.
Good afternoon, welcome to Spoon TV.
Good afternoon.
Can you...
Eric Thompson.
Okay.
GMB Advanced Team Commander.
Can you tell us what brought you to the station?
My main reason here is that I was disappointed in the authority that we have to handle issue of such men who stood by you when they say you cannot be a president of this country. You're not physically fit. You're sleepy. You're a dead body. But we say we'll go by that dead body, we'll stand by that body and make sure that body will rise up and take all the land. And we did extremely well. We're talking all over in all the counties, butchers, in the rain, in the darkness. We're threatened and all. I especially are disappointed in our own brother who today he are turned against us. Charles Jacobs Johnson. To send the Liberian National Police to come attack us. We want to talk to the men, advise them, gentlemen, no protest. You guys just come and summon peacefully and then hold your poster to just call the attention of the president of the Republic of Liberia, so that he can know exactly the struggle that we went through. Many of us are grieving. We are shedding tears. It's not right for this nation. It's not sad to say for our father, who is the president of this nation, to be there and see people misleading him, not telling him the truth. Those are around him, they're not honest to him.
Speak. They become law and policy. Unfortunately, his lieutenants are not implementing his policy. I don't see from every sign, from every indication, how drugs is a national emergency. When our national radio stations do not have a vigorous program on a daily basis. In fact, it's supposed to be 3 times. When Ebola was national emergency, when Corona was national and global emergency, there was nothing, no program that went on air without hearing Ebola or Corona. It's supposed to be the people need to wake up in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. It's supposed to be in the ears. The reason I went that open is because of the stand the past government took on drugs. And even though it's not in every street, noise in people's ears now, children, people are still dying from drugs. How is it national emergency? How is it national emergency when the president made that declarations and came out?
Stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wave us more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
That's how we do it right here, fellow Liberians from abroad. All right. All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you for your presence here. We really, really, really do appreciate you. Let me just work on the lighting. It's not easy. We want to get you the best. So at times, we are in the position where We are doing basically almost everything. We are the technician, the this, the that, and every other thing, you know. But again, we want to say thanks to all of you. Hit for us the share button, share with
At
friends,
the Lagos Standard Bureau, National Police came here early this
share
morning
with friends and
to
family
pull them
members.
out of
Let's
the
have a wonderful time.
compound simply because disagreement with the leadership that is now in charge of the
So
institution. So
let me do what I have to do.
You can't appoint two people running the government yet. When you last step, one assistant minister here won't appoint one that can point out one that with a battery here. He even let them a Cody here. Let's find out. He said you are going to shoot at the mayor. And I tell you, when I shoot the mayor, you will shoot the mayor outside. I want to say why he without battery. They tell you that will shoot us. They tell you that will shoot us. They tell you shoot us. They take it all up on 105 and 107. Now when they talk, they say 105 107. Send them to carry two up on the compound. They should shoot all of us now. One you last take off. You last take off for common minister, one acting minister, and CPR for the mansion. We don't go down CPR. The president no better than usual. CPR saying that he was eating enough to look. Why were you running campaign all the month? You too stupid because we know when they got to vote before to be the same thing. Now we put the president is not listening to us. We follow behind him for me. He know.
Well, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, again, as we said, it's a privilege for us to be on here, and we are so excited that we have you here with us. As usual, we always ask that you do us a favor. And that favor that we want you to please do for us is to hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, so that we all can have a very, very wonderful time. I mean, a very, very wonderful time. So please, do us that favor. Do us that favor. So just hit for us the share button and we will be good. We will be good. We will be good. Jimmy, let me share too. I am also sharing, so please help me to share. Yeah, I am also sharing. I'm also sharing, please. All right, so you can hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button, please. Share with friends, share with family members, and let's do it together, right? Let's do it together. So at this time, let's welcome some of our people that have joined us, and we'll go backstage to welcome our brother who have joined us. I want to say welcome to all of you. You are highly, highly welcome, and we appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much for taking up the time, to be with us. We want to say thank you so much. As usual, please do us a favor. Hit for us the share button. Share with as many persons as you can share with, and let's have a very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So we want to welcome Boto David. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. Thank you so very well. We appreciate your presence. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you for everything that you continue to do. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. Thank you. We also want to welcome here David, David Tukpa. David Tukpa, you are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so very well. Thank you for joining us. We also want to use this time to welcome our own brother Frank Cooper. Thank you so much, my brother Frank Cooper, for joining us. We appreciate you. Daddy Boy, thank you so much. I appreciate Daddy Boy here. Thank you so much for joining us, Daddy Boy, for your presence. Thank you. Ephraim, how are you, Ephraim? I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. Thank you for always reminding us of how Joseph Newman Boyka stole fuel oil from LPRC and he was dismissed by, Amos Claudius Sawyer. So thank you so much. You are doing well, my brother. You are doing very well. Thank you so much, Ephraim. Welcome. It has been a while, but you are welcome. Thank you. I want to also welcome my own lovely sister, Hawa Tote. Thank you so much for joining us. Fatu Sharif, how are you? This my sister, the energy that she has, I don't know. But the energy is just too much. My sister, you gotta give me some of that energy. Yeah, but I want to welcome my own sister Fatu Sharif. Ruth, thank you so much, Ruth Badio. We appreciate you watching us there from Phoenix, Arizona. Is in the house. J. Larry Talu, thank you so much for joining us. Samson, how are you? We want to appreciate and welcome you. Please kindly help us hit the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's have a wonderful, a very, very wonderful time. It's going to be a great time here today, and I can assure you that we have nothing but the best for you. I want to welcome my brother Jake. My brother Jake, how are you, Chief?
Salute to you, Prince, and salute to the followers. Always respect to them. And you already lay up, please, that it help to share the video. Sharing is free. Let it go to a lot of people. Probably the message will be also there. Yeah, because during the past time, we were relaxed. We thought everything gonna go the CDC way. We're not knowing the propagandists. They took the airwave, nobody to debunk them. So this time we here so that what we say share is very, very important. It's very free. That the
Honorable
message
William
go
Bro,
outside there.
sorry for intruding. Honorable William Bro, you are recognized. Yeah, the Slim King himself, the Honorable Bro. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Sorry, Chief.
Yeah, so sharing is free. So you have to share the video. We have to debunk their lies and things then. So this time we're not giving them any space. Yeah, we'll be ahead of them in any capacity because we relax. You remember Prince and the follower, you remember during the George Weah time, thousands of people on Facebook, especially America, they lie. Again, most of them today, other than sitting in government now. 2 years down, they not they just benefiting from taxpayer money. But today now nothing changed. So this time we'll never let that happen anymore.
Sure. You are right. Definitely, you are very right. And I want to say thank you for always, doing what you continue to do. We really, really do appreciate you. And as always, we see this as a privilege. We are also grateful, fellow Liberians, to also be joined by, one of the brain, the founder, the somebody will say the mitochondrium of this particular platform, the Honorable Randolph Masekwe Dogbayu, a very, very busy man. But even when the man is at job, the man can still take the time, to be with us. Honorable Dogbayu, I want to say welcome, Chief.
Thank you very much, my dear brother Prince Sharif. Thanks to my brother Detroit Women. I'm in the environmental health and safety sector. Several certifications have been expired. I need to renew them. My GWO, my OSHA 30, 40, and 510. So a lot of stuff ongoing, but again, we have to do what we have to do. We're here to serve the Liberian people. We're not here to give excuses. And so we are glad to be here today, Mr. Prince Sharif and my dear brother Jake there in Europe. So we didn't have discussion point today, Prince. Did you have anything lined up?
No. We're just going to be, but we flow. We're just going to be just an
Yeah,
open discussion. Yeah.
but you not talk about
On so
the
many,
training
on
topic.
so many other stuff. Yeah, trending
Yeah,
issues.
but
So
one of the
we
leading
have a lineup.
training topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the leading training topic in Liberia, we need to debunk it quick before it slap at
No,
that
sure.
propaganda.
Definitely,
Henry Pepe
yeah, we get it locked down here. We get it locked down.
okay, Costa ugly statement. We ready
Yeah.
to pull hole inside.
Yeah, so like we said, we have it locked down and we're just going to be discussing. Again, I want to say thank you. And to everyone that is joining us, please do us a favor. The best thing that you can do for us now is to hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, so that at the end of the day, all of us can, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So again, invite friends, invite family members, and we're going to be very, 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 very good. Uh, Let me first of all start with my brother Jake. My brother Jake, I want to start with you. It's important that we talk about this. Some few weeks ago, in fact, not even few weeks ago, when Joseph Numa Boyka came here to the US, there was this rumor that was circulating that the United States government was anticipating or thinking of using Liberia as, like one of my colleagues described, as a kind of praising center for those who are deemed very harmful for the United States. In other words, people who the US deemed as, some of the most violent criminals, part of MS-13 and etc. And they were looking for other countries to ship these people to, since they could not keep them, here, and this place was not conducive to keep them. And there was this rumor that came up that Liberia was on the listing. In fact, when Joseph Yuma Boyka met President Trump, that was on the plate. And, they were discussing that in Liberia will be an option for those who will be deported, especially people with some, very terrible criminal record. And Joseph Yuma Boyka himself debunked that and said the information was misleading, it was false, blah, 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 and stuff like that. My brother, we are hearing, even though there is another information that is coming up that his lawyer is saying Garcia is not going to be going to Liberia, but we read and we listened to an official statement from the government of Liberia telling us that they will be accepting Garcia in Liberia, a man who is associated with the MS-13. My brother, in the next 2 minutes, let's hear from you. What is your take concerning this? What are you thinking about? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, Prince, you can remember the last so I told you about when you say, oh, Garcia is in Liberia, this and that. I told the followers earlier, I said, I cannot be, because I went to the White House website. I told people here, I'm a follower of Donald J. Trump. Every trip they made, anything they involve with, yeah, I'm a member of the Republican Party. I have my membership. I have my online card. So anything they're doing, I'm a black conservative. Disregard. Because I know black people lean with the Democrat side. You see that Garcia guy, a lot of people will not know the story about this guy. The guy from El Salvador. And the leader in El Salvador today, they call him Bukele. He's cracking down all the criminals in his country. He got one of the massive prisons in the country. He aligned with the Republican Party. They having similar policy. So during the Democrat time, the guy from Maryland, Garcia was in Maryland. He assaulted a wealthy about the MS-13 gang member. So they were running free in America. Then the Venezuela gang, they were running free in America under the Democrat. So when Trump came to power, when millions of people crossed the Mexican border and entered America, Trump policy is to deport all these guys. So they decided to deport a lot of people. Democrat, we can go to video on YouTube and other things. Democrat, all the Democratic representatives, like senators, they were all over the whole process. So Trump, they deported him first. People went from the Democrat side, they went to El Salvador. America got a law, and they brought him back. When they brought him back, he couldn't go to El Salvador because you go to one of the maximum prisons. A lot of gang members in that country waiting to kill him. So then when they brought him back, they say, they're looking for countries around the world. Not only Liberia, all part of the world have been contacting the Republican Party, have been contacting people where they can put a particular guy because they want for the guy to be in America. So that how they start lobbying Ghana and other places and things there. The problem, because our financial constraint in the country today, and we have a relationship with America, and the Biden administration probably they want to have connection with the Republican Party, especially Donald Trump, to see if they can get millions of dollars, or to the main purpose of the thing they are fighting for. Let me tell you, I told you that the people that weak, let's say group of people that are USAA. Gafan cry, you remember Gafan, they were crying, they were praying for the USAA. So it could be possible, but I told you that the Gaza is not in Monrovia. Probably they'll break in there. So maybe they get some lobbyists on for the rescue mission are trying to lobby in Washington, D.C. to bring Garcia home. They probably will get packages. They'll get money from the Trump government. But I will be honest to you right now. not strong cup of tea. Though they made a general about Africa right now. No, they made a general about doing trade, free trade. To other countries, present the many in Asia, in Japan, as we speak right now. From there, you'll be going to South Korea and other places to meet with the communist leader Xi Jinping. So, it possibly can happen. It probably they will change that direction, but it could be another occasion that he can appear in Liberia. But if he appear in Liberia, what will be an outcome there? So the United Party we're hosting now probably they will take money. But first, I don't want to dive into this scene too much because he haven't appeared on the soil yet. When he come on the soil, then now we deep follow. They will deep want to know what's going on with him. But for right now, he's staying in America. I don't know if they'll bring to Liberia or they'll get a lot of incentive and other things in because the Baka government, I told you they are broke. I told you from the beginning, they seriously broke, no money. They've been traveling 2 years into the presidency now, no money coming. So probably they will lobby. And Garcia they will get packages of a lot of money, millions of dollars, to do something with it. But for now, we cannot jump the gun because he's not in the country right now.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Honorable Dokwayu, what do you make of this? Even for the fact that we are hearing it, and the Ministry of Justice confirm it, it's been discussed, whether he is there or not there. But Honorable Dokwayu, let's hear from you. What are you reading?
So
what is the implication?
So thanks to Jake. Jake spoke very informally. He spoke from a background of prima facie, and so his opinion as quite an expert on this. And I don't want to waste my time on the situation of people struggling for attention. Their desperation for attention is like a disease from birth that has no cure. They are eagerly and exceedingly desperate for attention. That discussion stemmed all when Joe went to the warehouse, and that was when they said he can speak good English, and he was bluffing with him. And these are some of the backstage discussions that were held. So I don't want to dive much into the government inconsistency, the government not giving the proper information, their inability to articulate what the issues are. They're making it seem as though they and Trump get out of the best relationship. That's the force up to the trial to project, and they want us to criticize to say, oh yeah, the opposition unlike America, our traditional ally, they won't make it seem that we're against America. No, they are the one who are against America. They are the one who went and during the when they were lobbying for that role to serve as non-permanent member, they hosted a program and they had China flag right there. They refused to post American flag. They had China flag. So these are the issues I want to discuss. Preaching diplomatic norms and diplomatic tradition to hang China flag where America is there. These are the issues we voted against China, our government, and China. That was some of the reasons why the overhead pass, the Chinese government got angry because we sided with America. We've always sided with America. That's who we are, our government. But right now, Boga government, they're bringing this guy with a proper explanation. If we say anything, they want to pin us as though we don't seek Uncle Sam interest, which is not the case. Our government has been responsibly engaged with Uncle Sam. It is a Boga government that is extremely reckless. They don't seek American interest. They are only pretending about it, and they are desperate for attention. So I agree with Jake on everything he said in the nutshell.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you. Honorable Dokwayu, I want to start this from you. Liberia seems to be, especially under this government, in a complete chaos as it relates to information dissemination. The last time we were discussing here about the issue of this $10 million project in FOIA, initially we were told by this government through the requisite authority that that particular project was for the Mana River, parliament. Later on, we got an information that that particular project was for it's a presidential villa or so. Another time, we got an information that From the same old people, from the same old government officials, same old people who supposed to disseminate information that it was Mr. Boyka project. And now we are getting an information that they don't even know who the project is for. $10 million that this government cannot be able to provide adequate information to the Liberian people. We are not talking about $500 on Obodobayu. Not $2 we're talking about, but we're talking about $10 million in this thing that could be used in the education sector, that could be used in the health sector, that could be used in the infrastructure sector, and etc. etc. $10 million up to now. We now know the other one is that John Brown. They are John Brown. John Brown said that Peter. Nobody seems to be getting any information. And the latest, which is very concerning, is the man who is charged with the responsibility of overseeing the president's office and the president daily talk. The minister of for presidential affairs went to the people's house and said, and I know nothing about that thing. That's the thing we are talking about. I even know whether it exists or it not exists. In that $10 million we're talking about. Honorable Dowayu, let's hear from you. Where are we heading? What is happening with this government?
So let's assume, I'll get to what is happening with the government, but let's assume for the purpose of argument that he didn't know who owns that project. Let's assume that is the fact. Let's assume that's a fact. If that is the fact that we should hold on to, it suggests vulnerability, it suggests national security threat. Because as a government, as the Minister of State, for $10 million project to be ongoing in the home of the president, around a national, international border, because they were Guinea and Sierra Leone right around there. Let's assume what they are saying is true. They don't know it's a ghost project. That tells you that Liberia is vulnerable. It tells you that people of Lofa, their life are vulnerable, that a ghost person will just come and start initiating infrastructure. That is the optimal interpretation of what they are saying. Let's assume what they're saying is true. I mean, I want to assume that they are saying the truth. We know they are not saying the truth. But assuming in their squad logic that they want us to believe such a garbage, such nonsensical pronouncement, such lies, deception, and dishonesty, let's assume that is the cause of the day. That also inversely suggests vulnerability, national security threat, a lack of awareness, porous border, and our people being vulnerable. Because it means criminals can come and then just start building. That's what they want us to believe. But that's a lie. Let me tell you what is going on with this government. What is going on with this government was saying from the inception of this government. From the inception of this government, it started with insincerity. Boyka almost fainted, where he was dressed like a Santa Claus, and he went on stage. He almost fainted because he was. I don't know whether he was suffering from heat stroke or heat stress. We don't know what happened. There was no investigation to know what happened to the president. No, the executive mansion did not tell what was the real issue. We left it like that. The 73 districts of Liberia were giving 5,000 each. Do a calculation, 5,000 times 73, we're talking about over 500,000 United States dollars. The money was eating. Some other district members did not receive the money, even though few months before that time, Boyka said he has, live based on loan. But during the inauguration, we saw them sharing $500,000 to all of the districts. More than 80% of those districts never got their money. Where is the investigative report? What is going on with this government is dishonesty and deception. And all of these points are just substantiation, validation, and concrete reference to the government abject, lack of truth. The iconic when it comes to lies and when it comes to dishonesty. So that's just who the government is. The government is a lying government. It didn't stop there. We know the situation involving the late Grace Pay with NASCOP. In a period where money was allocated for vehicle and security, they took 500,000 from money meant for people who have lived their life, pensioners, people who are in the workforce, when they have left the workforce, so that they will get corresponding benefit from their government. They ate the money, they stole the money, they ate the money in broad daylight. Mr. Boyka did nothing. Grace Pay is nowhere around to account for it. He died without accounting for his stewardship in mildly handling taxpayer money at NASCOP. What is happening with this government is dishonesty. They went to LTA, illegally remove a tenure position without investigation. The commissioners went to court. In the end, they pay over 500,000 because they were wrong. What is happening with this government is inconsistency, lies, deception. lack of willingness to respect the rule of law, bad governance, jungle justice, corruption, nepotism. So when you tell me about $10 million project in 4 years, it's not strange because it's deeply tattooed in the DNA of this government: lies, deceit, and dishonesty. Now they have activated a loose talking Henry Costa to go and put the blame on the dead man here. Costa is aware that Mr. Gillespie cannot talk for himself. So the best way to lie, the best way to escape is to put the blame on Minister Gillespie here. And Costa think we are foolish around here. He think we are stupid like him. We are not stupid and foolish like Costa. How dare you go on Spoon FM? Every wrong, when you exempt Bouaka, you say, oh, Bouaka had the wrong minister say, Bouaka has Tikwa, he not making the right judgment. He had Buju Ben Keita, Buju Ben not giving the right advice. He has the current minister of state. As a leader, your judgment, that power given you by the people is what you invest, the transfer of authority. So the judgment you use to appoint people, tell me your friend, I'll show you who you are. You cannot exempt Bouaka. If Bouaka hire people who are giving him bad legal advice because they are talking to Costa, said the president is being ably advised. So if this president who got a hair on his shoulder, who has 40 years of so-called governance experience, will bring people around him that give him bad experience, bad pieces of advices, these people are not to blame. The president's poor judgment is to be blamed. So we blame the president. You think we stupid around here? You will exempt Bouaka from all of the chaos, corruption, looting, riding a private jet, and you blame Weah for all of the chaos? That is Costa's interpretation. For everything that Weah did that was wrong, every wrong in our government is on Weah. Everything. But every wrong, Bouaka is exempted. He tried to make Bouaka like a clean man because he's desperate to regain his attention with the regime. But he insults everyone around Bouaka. He thinks those people are very stupid like him. The people are not stupid. You cause everybody around the man, you say, on the show, everybody here, Kuba, say, everybody buys Prince Sharif. But this is Prince, who is the lead on this platform. Prince uses judgment to vet us, and we are on this platform. But we are saying the wrong thing, and then for Prince, it's good, for us, we are bad. Is that your logic? Does it make sense? So this government is corrupt. Everything that is going on in Lofa is sin. It's why that project is not in Riverside. Why is it not in Kema? It's in Lofa, in the president's home. And people think we are stupid here. Look, people think we are foolish. Liberians, they think we are very foolish. So they just come out and talk nonsense. That's arrant nonsense, ridiculous foolishness. The government must account for the use of 10 million of taxpayer money to build the retirement home of Mr. Bouaka in Lofa County. For me, it's not strange, but we will demand justice. If they say no owner will confiscate those homes, sell them, and build hospitals and schools for the Liberian people. This is where I can conclude, Mr. Prince Sharif.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dogba. My brother Jake, let's hear from you. What is going on? Incoherent information is not javelin. The other person saying this, the other person saying that. Let's hear from you, sir.
Prince, I told the followers here, just share the video. The Bouaka government is in disarray. So covered up what they would do. Prince, we're not stupid here, as a propaganda Henry Costa said. It's just a covered up, serious covered up. The Ome is not in control. Prince, they're all over the place. Information, wow, they're all over the place. Now they bring that stoosh. The propaganda so can rebrand himself. He all over the place. They are here in the cookie jar. Prince, let me remind the followers here, the Unity Party. The whole group says early in time, all of them, they can never develop Liberia. Elena noted for corruption. She has billions of dollars in foreign direct investment. Everything. What they develop in the country? They came to power through jealousy. Today. The Henry Costa 7 months into Georgia presidency, he was spending gibberish and lies. God was paying all black. He doing this, paying condominium. They just shame now because they spoon talk today because he can't get what he could get. He flagged that 4-year mansion, that $1 million budget, that project. He flagged it. Nobody knew about in the Republic of Liberia. He hired a surrogate that went. He hired print people that went because he couldn't get away through. I told you, he get a lot of things to flag in the Republic of Liberia. Now only that project, another project. Prince, all these guys came to power through jealousy. Lead the president. Not only that project. How about the ministers then? Emotwe then, Bo Ali then, all of them paying the same mansion, they paying property. The city they were jealous of the city children that were in government today. So now to clean up everything, they bring the propaganda now to support. You know what Henry Costa trying to do? Bring you flag here one time, you say, hey, money business is not really pushing up again. So now, they will pay him now to come. Why he going to hostile radio station in Monrovia? Why he going to Liberia or Secretary or AB Wayone or somebody? You will just go to friendly platform. Why you spread like a jeep and nobody had to check in. But this man is naked long time ago. How you can tell the Liberian people he's not credible? He lied to the Liberian people for years and years. He had hatred for George Weah. Hatred, it better your DNA to now to today. That why, listen to me, by going to school, I mean that you smart. He wouldn't have done yet Liberian to tell you the truth. Not by you in the compound of America, I get my education, I get this. No. He first of all, you not know the street. He dumb. He very dumb. He all over the place because of greed. As he greedy, you can never make it. Let you read the Bible or let you read the Quran. So pray. He just came to clean up. He won't read Brian said because why? Let me tell you, there was I said they got hatred in belly into this guy. When they got heard about Jeremiah Kun, when God heard about Jeremiah Kun to become fast to preach to bringing Jeremiah Kun, he went on rampage. How Jeremiah Kun was a boyo. He's selling him on pot. He has hatred for a lot of people. He's been blackmailing people all over the country. But nobody can stay and talk to him because he feel look at breaking, you are breaking, he can talk. What can talk, you can talk. You can talk about any Liberian in that country when they're ready to talk. Because the only thing he knows to blackmail people, lie, deform people character, attack people reality. Like what look at other people who is in the country, you get attacking back. You get attacking back. He go high on you, you go high on him. Yeah, but the Liberian can wait that he's so clever. Why is he clever? He's one of the, if you are so clever, why they don't want the president? Why they don't want because why they don't become senator of Monserrado County? If he's so clever, I say dumb. They don't roll on him. He brought June 7 protest, Prince. He brought our protest. They don't know on the side. He let our famous June protest. What happened? Because the hatred in Bella in him, they don't roll on him. They don't become senator today. He feeling the pinch now because why? This is a guy insulted Joseph Yima Bagala. He couldn't get away too. He insulted the whole group of the United Party. He believed he's smarter. You see the nonsense he telling the United Party people, he brought them to power. He do this. He the men are talking. No. He flip-flopping from angle to angle. He's trying to rebrand himself. So he's trying to do the daily work for them now. But other than he in the cookie jar, he's not credible. So no Liberian, the only because a gullible society we get. Prince, I told Liberian people, because we have a gullible society. Many Henry Costa will never see peace of the day again to elect in the country anymore. I bet he can never rebrand himself. Can never. If he see he's smart, if he know he get the numbers, like he can't turn it now. You shouldn't take government position. All the thing is dragging the government position. They promising him now. 2 years gone now. He begging the old man. Oh, forgive me, 2 years gone now. Things not working for him on the money side now. He coming back to the protocol scene. So all this is our propaganda, that lie, they just breaking up that he know Gracefield is there, as my one brother said. So he probably trying to allow Gracefield. You see how he blackmailing the DOJ now? He blackmailing all the ministers there. All of them he blackmailing them because why you want position. You think how do you get position? If you don't want to address the topic, don't address the topic. But how you say you Bagana know nothing? Multi-million dollar project sitting out in 4 years in the president country. It's play where he come from. He said the president know nothing. I sorry get around the president building. So there's a lie. He never catch. When gullible people he will cajole. When gullible people he will cajole. But for real, he cannot sit on real hashtag and podcast or anything or check him. He's not the smartest in Liberia. No, he's one of the dumbest Liberians. To tell you the thing, one of the people. He's not smart. No, he like education. He like education. You go to school, you be lying. No. He's not smart. Because he not talk nonsense, blackmail people. Like Liberian people scared of him. Yeah, nobody's scared of him. But he in the cooking jar, the United Party can never deliver. I tell you that I've been blackballed. I mean it. They can never deliver praise.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. My people, I want to tell you something. There is something that the people refer to as a distraction. Distraction. And we have distractors. Distractors that the people then who can make your attention to move from uncertain thing where your attention on. Distraction that the thing where can take your attention from on the thing where your attention on. Let me tell you, my people, and I want you to open your ear to listen. They play their government air now, no way they can be able to move. There is nothing else they can tell the Liberian people for the Liberian people to believe them, because over and over and over they have proven on several occasions that they are a bunch of liars. You see, the Liberian people are now becoming so clever that they are not looking at who speak good English, who wear shoes, who yesterday were able to stand for 3 minutes or for 5 minutes. The Liberian people are looking at the thing where we impact their lives. The Liberian people are looking at job creation. The Liberian people are now comparing. They're doing what we call comparative analysis. It means you compare the thing where the other men do, you bring the thing where the other men do, you bring the thing where the other men do, and see which one are the best thing. Now, what the Liberian people are doing now, they are now comparing. This particular government made you and I to understand that Jawia, that was footballer, they make and play football and I know nothing but politics. They may will not develop Liberia. They say the men not know English, they may have no governmental experience, blah blah blah, stuff that. They taught all kinds of things. Joseph Numa Boyka said, as far as he was concerned, the argument that Joseph Numa Boyka made was that, oh, I now become president here, so what you expect me to do? Our old car, our power, vice president. So you give me the opportunity. My people, we now get the people the opportunity now. It going to 3 years now. 2 years finish going to 3 years. Nothing substantive. In fact, let me leave this substantive. Nothing we can see that the people now do for the Liberian people. These people condemn drugs. Look at what is happening. Drugs is all over the place. Now, the reason why you see their information, the person will kind of toy, the other man kind of toy, Ministry of Information kind of cause, the other people kind of lie, the other people can. The thing where the reason why you see the people then doing like them are people is because these people don't understand what government is and government is. And we tell you the last time we say the reason why these people they were there for 12 years, that was because of United Nations on may help and some of their international people, and it was because President Weah was a peaceful man and decided to give the election to them on 2 different occasions. And we told you the last time. Look, the Unity Party, nobody should deceive you that the 12 years of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Numa Boyka, that the Unity Party were doing it, the people were very strong, and the people understand government. If they understand government, why make Gafon crying to where he is? Spending people money, wasa. He say, they ain't get no receipt, they ain't get no paper. You will spend almost about $9 million. Now 1 million, not 2 million, almost $9 million. Then you can't tell Liberians, say, oh, we got paper, we don't know, we have to document. No document. The expenditure that we made were off budget. You see what we're telling you. Look, these people were never in control. These people do not understand government and governance. No, now, the people say the wind where can disgrace the chicken, it can come from behind the back. That breeze where can show the chicken yanch, it can come from that the breeze now we not in also. The people, they don't have any connections. They have no idea about government. I told you the last time. The time Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she was president for Liberia, we had the GMAP experts. The international people that were in Liberia, they were helping us. My people, you please hear the share button, share with friends, share with family. They were helping the government. All the things you see that were happening, they were helping the government. So you and myself, we did not see the ineffectiveness of the government to a larger extent as far as the operation was concerned. We did not see it because the GMA experts, they were all over. But now that we get on made in GMA experts and now the real government and you see how Joseph Numa Boyka and people fumbling. On just less than 2 years, the people now change finance minister more than 2 times. They're confused now. They don't even know where to start from. A God think where you now confused. You will come and say, oh, they think they pay royal, you know, it will get in some technical glitch. You can't say, Josiah Joker can't say that here, and you know, they pay royal a blood test. Now, we're seeing the people now because that the reality now step in. So Liberians are now comparing. Look, for example, the information dissemination arm. You think we are surprised that these people cannot provide any substantive information? You think we surprised? We're not surprised. We're not surprised. They think that people then get that big more with nothing behind it. That didn't want Unity Party people. When you get them chain with their more, they can dry the Red Sea. That how they looking like. They get for nothing be more. And you see how we hold them now. The reason why you see people like Costa there and all they kind of frustrated Jato then coming is because all the things that you are seeing, my people, the people they confuse. The Liberian people now get them. The Liberian people now are exposing them. The people are asking the real question. But Joseph Numa Boyka, you now be here for 2 years now. Going. You say, President, we are they not provide job. But President, we are not take job from us. He not take our children from office. He not put 700% down. But you now, you not bring job, but you taking job from us. You making us to become poor more. How can I? So all of these things, what they are doing, they are using a frustrated Yato that we the one used to put money in a pocket during the election time. They are using the frustrated Yato. They are using this particular ball who do not know a left and a right, a in front and a behind. They are using it now as a distraction for your own money. Your own money, ball. And you see what they're doing? Yesterday, they bring President we are for everything that Honorable Doba you said. But today, guess what happened? When they tell you, say, oh no, just any man boy cannot know about you. When I say, oh, that day, $10 million, he said, just any man boy can know. He said, that still queer, get it? That still queer control, that still queer. And you see what we can be talking about? Look, they expire boy, yeah,
blackmailing still. I'm cutting off.
Yes, sir.
I'm cutting off to the face. You see that position still quiet there? That the position they're promising. So he blackmailing. He want to desperate for power. He loves power. So that's now he blackmailing Sikoya now because the boy that got elected, appointed when the justice minister, he blackmailing them. I said, Mr. Blackmailer.
So at the end of the day, can you imagine a dead body? Honorable Grace Pay, who died long time?
Yeah.
Then he gray yeah. He can't look around for SCC. They think a ruffle when they put in just holding on now with the 10 million thing. Not easy. They say, okay, your way. We'll come in low for 1 day body, we'll put the problem on the day body. Any man will not talk. Any family will not come to talk for him. And friends will not come to talk for him. And nobody will talk for him. So they say, let's take it and hang it on his neck. My people, you don't man at here. My people, you don't money. Who will spend 10 million? I say $10,000. And I say, how you call 10 United States dollars, 10 million United States dollars. Now the president will not be aware. Let even agree for the sake of the argument. Let agree that it was the late, how you call, or Sylvester Grace Pay that were doing it, or whoever they say doing it. Okay, let agree that Sylvester Grace Pay were doing it. So $10 million man will be using Joseph Numa Boyka when I know. Joseph Numa Boyka who stole the children money and said that he wanted to give them scholarship. Y'all remember the scholarship program for the executive mansion? Where he and how you call and Sarah Bestro Nyanti, they took the children money. Joseph Numa Boyka involved. That 10 million, he said Joseph Numa Boyka not know about. Joseph Numa Boyka, where he are doing clicker with money business all around the place. All the small money he had inside. He can just tell the man and say, you're still your own, you make sure you bring my own. Let me get my own. That Joseph Numa Boyka, 10 million somebody will be spending. He say, he not know about the man not aware that different person. So you think we are stupid like you and your few followers? You think we are stupid like you, right? My people, if the Unity Party really trust the body called Costa, you think they will not giving platform? Why you think they are not giving platform? Look, these people have designed this thing as such that what we can always tell people. Any institution that you are part of, there is no holy institution in the world once it has to do with politics. Once human being there somewhere, there will always be up and down. You will get there with me, I will get there with you. We will fall down, we will get up. There is no perfect institution as far as human being, the FA and organization is concerned. But you know what happened? With our own involvement and our daily input, we can make it better. That's the reason why we continue to tell you. Do not say, oh yeah, I will leave the CDC because and the person made me ver. Somebody made you ver in the CDC, blast at them. But don't go nowhere. Are you seeing now what is happening? Are you seeing now what is happening?
So Prince, are you there?
Yeah, Honorable Dwyer. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, my video is crapping, but yes, I agree with you. And then this is the point I wanted to make. When you see Costa, what he's doing, Costa has been deployed. He has been deployed as an instrument of distraction, like you brilliantly said. But beyond that, there is a specific group within the Unity Party who believe that they are the town owner and whatever they say must happen. So right now, if you look at the Justice Minister, Costa attacked the Justice Minister yesterday. Now they are on a spear campaign to remove the Justice Minister. Now they want to use him as a pawn. Their argument is they believe that the Justice Minister has failed to prosecute people, quote unquote, that are deemed corrupt. But wait a second, Mr. Buaka. Wait a second, why more Henry Costa? You guys told the Liberian people that you guys have all of the evidence. It was never the Justice Minister. The Justice Minister is not a politician. He was never involved into campaign. He never had any allegation against any official, not against President Weah. Sure. But you guys made it seem like you had all of the evidence available and that criminality was everywhere in the country. Now they have come there, there's no evidence whatsoever. So they expect the Justice Minister to initiate jungle justice. They expect the Justice Minister to arbitrarily start arresting people with no fundamental prima facie evidence. Because law is different from just streetman logic, layman understanding, so they are finding it difficult to understand why the Justice Minister has not arrested anybody yet. Because there's no fact. Lies, deception, dishonesty, propaganda do not equate to facts. So they now, when you listen to him yesterday again, also attack the law. Why? Because the Unity Party believe that Nyambli is trying to project herself. She's getting more popular. And then you see, because it is Jeremiah Kun who has activated Costa. Yesterday, Costa, the only person he spoke positive about were Jeremiah Kun and Joseph Boakai. So it is Jeremiah Kun faction who believe that Nyambli's presence will serve as a hindrance to his vice presidency. He still thinks Nyambli still wants to be vice president. Nyambli is providing a contrast to him. So he has activated Costa to go and attack Nyambli appointees, because Nyambli and Dillon were those that recommended the current Justice Minister. So when you look at the whole fight, it is a fight from above. It is Boakai and Jeremiah Kun's fight. These are the guys that have activated Costa. Those are the only two persons yesterday that Costa spoke positive about. Why? Because
I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so basically that's the real issue. So Costa, they attack, and you see, it's also a plan. They want to remove the Justice Minister. They want to shift blame on him. There's a lot more guy who escaped school from America here called George Lobo. He escaped from Arizona State University. He has started a campaign that, we promise the people will prosecute, and all these criminals are still passing around. Now they're looking for excuse, and they want to use the Justice Minister as a scapegoat. They want to use him as the Inkemefuna. Inkemefuna in the book things for a power was the ball who was brought from to Umofia after one of the wives was killed there, and as per custom demand, they needed to have sacrifice to appease the gods. So Inkemefuna was given as a sacrificial lamb to Okongo, the man who was undefeated throughout the 9 villages from Umofia to Mambenda in the book things for a power. When time came, they sacrificed the little boy to appease the gods. So like in Kemefuna today, the Justice Minister is they want to sacrifice him, they want to use him as a poster boy to redeem their lost image. That is their campaign. That's why Mr. Jeremiah Kun and Joe Boakai have activated Henry Costa to come and speak nonsense. That is the fundamental issue I wanted to give.
Thank you. And you are right. Before Jay comes in, my people, if you observe what is happening, look, Jeremiah Kun is playing a game here, like Honorable Dogba, you rightly said. When you look at Crockstar, as I refer to him, and you look at how you call Stanton Waterspoon. Just observe the two of them. They are trying to project the image of Jeremiah Cohn. That's what they are on. That's what they are on. Criminal Stanton Waterspoon will condemn everybody, will blush at anybody, including Joseph Newman Boyka himself, but we want to protect the criminal Jeremiah Cohn. That's what they are on. You see, Jeremiah Cohn is spending serious money behind somebody like Crookstar, and Crookstar will continue to defend and will try to make him look like he's an angel because that's who Costa is. The board does not have moral. The board told you from the beginning, he's businessman. He and reality, he and facts, they are not together. Once you gave him his money, forget it. You gave him way to be able to go and execute. That's all he wants from you. Give him money. We tried the ball. See this? And we tried the ball. And we tried the ball. And you saw him dancing. We got the video around dancing all around the place. It was other people who said, President, we as a magnanimous man. Look, the politics. A man insult, he do this, he do that. At the end of the day, we get video clip here. Give that ball money, his mood is activated. So right now, what is happening now, like Honorable Dubai, you said, this is serious. And that's why we told the justice minister from the very beginning, do not allow yourself to be used as a kind of pawn in this entire game that Joseph Newman Boyka, Jeremiah Cohn, and Yombli Kanga Lawrence playing. We told him from the beginning. Because at the end of the day, if you are not careful, sanction will lie on your head. It will lay on your head. Because it's like these people want to use your hands and do the dirty work, and at the end of the day, throw you under the bus. Like what you said. You were never a political person that were running up and down saying, we'll get evidence. That Delon then was saying they get evidence. They were saying, yeah, the Poden store 16 billion, we get the evidence. The other one will get the evidence. Usually, my people, when you carry somebody to court, that you the one got to bring the evidence. And then so, when you carry somebody to court, if you say, the men are raw, that you the one the lawyer will ask or the judges will ask, say, my man, they men what you bring to court, where the evidence you get to prove that the man is a raw. The long then who were raising the thing, say, the person stole, the other person stole, and they weren't supposed to bring the evidence. They're supposed to bring the evidence and give it to the justice minister and say, Mr. Justice Minister, here are the evidence. The other person stole money here. The other person stole money. The other person stole money. But they are not doing it. What they're doing now is putting the justice minister in front and say, my man, go prosecute the people. Go knock them down. Go turn it around. And the men do not have the evidence. They do not have the evidence. So you see, to some extent, you can see that Councillor Oxford Tue, even though I'm having serious problem with him because he has compromised his value, maybe he's trying to wake up to the reality. Maybe he's getting some kind of sense is coming somewhere now. He getting to think and say, they man trying to push me under the bus. They man trying to push me under the bus. Because if you see that they talking, Oxford Tue, Oxford Tue, if you get the man the requisite document or the requisite evidence, you think we just jump and go prosecute case? You think we just join and call somebody rule? No, let's agree. I have my own problem with Councillor Tue. Yeah, I have my own problem with him. Because I believe that, number one, for the fact that he has built his career and his reputation in the private sector, in my mind, in my view, I believe that that private sector was very fine for him. But that you accepted job from this particular kleptocratic regime, from this Joseph Newman Boyka who does not respect the rule of law, disrespecting the rule of law, and you saw how Councillor Oxford Tue put himself into all kind of mess, interpreting Supreme Court opinion in the wrong way, and etc. etc. Let here now the men after you. Let here now they after you. Now the other group then are there say, "Hey, papi, you're not serious. Let move the papi for here. Let papi we got to claim from here. Let claim from here." This is what is happening. Look, the government already start to crumble from within. We not even start on them yet. We not even start releasing our intellectual weapons against them yet. We start here right within. They start fumbling, they start cracking, they start falling down, they start going here, The law on the other side, fighting, the other person fighting, the other one fighting, and the other one fighting. You listen, I play you a clip where DeLong is talking, they must call the justice minister. So you see now, they want to now throw the justice minister under the bus. Like Steve Zago said, and I get a clip here, I will play the clip for you. Steve Zago said, the Unity Party people are not correct. They can throw you under the bus for anything. That's what Steve Zago said. After they use you, they see that no, you don't get no use again. They throw you away. That's who they are. My brother Jay, come in. Let me get this clip and then play it here. Come in, sir.
Yeah. Let me say something. Even the breaking Gabriel Costa can never change anything. You know what they sing now in that particular Justice Minister DOJ? Let me tell you something. Prince, all these guys all these things that was spraying during the George Weah time, it was all lies and propaganda. Okay, listen your point to the followers. You make sense out of this. So if the Justice Minister is a rescue just he part of them. He been sitting there, he been sitting to that particular place for 2 years. So any damaging report concerning the CDC, the auditor, the so-called auditor that used to be spraying, the missing board, the $16 billion missing money, condominium, all these things. You think they will not bring it to justice? Listen, the man sat in that particular place, Liberian people. He can find credible evidence. 2 years now, he been sitting. When it goes, so he said, no, but no evidence. No evidence. So right now, and that he in the cooking jar also. Right now, he said, but no dummy evidence here for me to bring up against people here. Oh, we will come to power, prosecute the fast government. Nothing for them to prove. So the men telling them about nothing yet. I want to try to throw the man under the boss. They start to sing on that particular man. Believe me, Prince, his days are numbered. His days are numbered. That's a matter of time. His days are numbered. If our courts, him now, I will take Costa to court. For now, somebody need to show, listen to me. He always blackmailing people to get away through. That's a problem. He always blackmailing people. Blackmailing. He can never go straight to get whatsoever. And what I said, if Henry Costa believe, he said, oh, he the smartest, he can top up all the Liberians. Okay, if he can top up all Liberians, I put in a challenge to you. Rebrain yourself. Come 2029, you remember? You say you wanted to challenge Sir Joseph then in the past election. But come back 2029 and take on Monserrato County. And you feel that global society will put you in power. The person got repetition is greater than money. He tarnishes repetition. No integrity. You'll just be here spraying gibberish and lies. How you be backing government? Well, if you look at the video, if you look at his first statement in the video, in the messages, then he should have said in the land. He was even blasting the same Bwaga. How Bwaga will take $10 million to build mansion? Why Bwaga not build hospital or school in a simple district? That is statement he made. The videos are there. He contradicting himself. Then he go on a Godable radio station. He go on a Godable radio station and now. You know why he email? Let me tell you why he email at Delo now. Why he email at Delo Nyomli Kanga now? A very simple point. They try to rebrand the unit. They try to rebrand the Liberty Party. The Liberty Party, one of the powerful party, has seen me ideology like CDC. The left Bronski may so rest in peace because Nyomli Kanga they never had a vision. They couldn't think out of the box. They never had vision and how to destroy the Liberty Party. But if you look at the Liberty Party, it was a grassroots party, get at the CDC. They had the unit, they had the CDC, they had the Unity Party, and the Liberty Party. There were only 3 political third party in the Republic of Liberia. The other party they just come in. Because while the Liberty Party FUMO, you can agree within the Liberty Party. When they don't want racing or nobody, they wanted to get Delon chain, when they don't get as a lie. So she keep the Delon and cover Delon. And how Delon into all this shady. Right now, Delon fighting for a political life. They don't know beyond 20. He cannot make it beyond 2029. He dead. He dead on a robber. So why now? If you look at his message in the legislature, in the Senate now, he trying to clean himself. He trying to clean everything now, but it left for him because he lied to the Liberian people. He said he was a lie. Now what can surprise me about Delon? You were elected. You're not appointed. You keep on a different party. So the city used to do the George Weah do it. Why you never started the city now elect for you people? So all this thing now they bring that surrogate now to see how you can clean up things, but not elect. Like people cannot fall for that thing anymore. Henry Petro Costa, you can never rebrand yourself. You can never rebrand because Liberian people not gullible anymore. You play all day, you lie. 4, 5, 6 years, 4, 5 years, you lie. You lie on the former president. You have too much hatred. You lie on my gay. You lie on Samuel Twe. All the other people there in the video, they were afraid of you. But there's no, it's over now. That propaganda will never work anymore. We will check you any day. Let me tell you, let me say before you go over. If you notice Liberia, that mother in there, two journalists in here, the whole country, I will call that here. You see, for us, Liberia, Sekou Sherry, you don't see Henry Costa mention Sekou Sherry. Never, I dare he. He can never mention A.B. Wayon. You know what? They know that craft. Now all the gullible people, then they scare you that they prime FN and Kevin Demine can be in the corner. I said two journalists are called. I'm gonna be three journalists in that country. I think the other one from Freedom FM. He can, you know, yeah, he call at me. First of all, the whole Freedom FM contingent, he can never address them because what? They know him. They gave Sekou Sherry gave video upon video on him. So he can never mention these two people. They group of picture and they are calling the Republic of Liberia. Like a muffin get. Who's he get? He can talk about anybody. He's a liar. He's a propagandist, chronic propagandist. So let me tell you, why he came to the CDC, sir? He knew Joseph Boakai medical record. Let me tell you something. The guy know the whole record of Joseph Boakai. Medically, he know the record. So he believed that Joseph Boakai couldn't become president especially when Jeremiah Cool king. Because he believed when anything when Boakai became president, Jeremiah Cool would after a year, Jeremiah Cool would become president. He said no way. That's why you see the alarm getting involved. He said no way. He's a dangerous guy. Very dangerous. Who said he left Boakai? He never left Boakai. He's just pretending. But who started disgracing Boakai from the beginning? Not only about Boakai story.
Sure.
Not only about Boakai's story. Henry Costa started bringing up Boakai's story to the limelight, to everybody. Nobody knew about Boakai's story. He was talking about only Boakai before he was even thinking about election. The videos are there. He hit the puppet to a cold. Seriously, he's a conquer stooge. Let me tell you, that guy is planted all over the place. But you can't get away through now the high he coming or he loves money. And the repetition is greater than money. So Henry Costa can never read, the Liberian people can never fall for that question that he's talking. No. The days are all gone, Petro Costa. You damage yourself with him.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to go to Honorable Dubayu. The 2025 U.S. State Department Human Rights Report on Liberia highlights so many issues that is of concern. Now, all of us as Liberians, we should be concerned about because we are seeing these things happening right in front of our faces. Number one, it talks about the issue of corruption. It talks about the issue of, the politicization of prosecution. It talks about the weak enforcement of the judiciary, system in terms of their own decision. It talks about the limited transparency that we have in, the government sector. It talks about how people are awarding contracts to people who they know or who they will receive money from, take money and give it to them, and they give you contract. It talks about how people are in fact extorting money from investors. That report also talks about the issue of press freedom, how it is under serious attack with Joseph Numa Boakai. It talks about, how we have the limited improvement in infrastructure, freedom of assembly, and etc., etc. There was some damaging, very damaging stuff that came up in that particular report. My question to you, Honorable Dubayu, has the Boakai administration come to realize that these reports are having negative effect on the investment climate, on people coming back to Liberia? Ordinary Liberians who want to invest in Liberia. And have they come to the realization that this particular report is the reality? And if nothing is done, that for the next 6 years, we will be in this cycle of complaining. Do you think they have come to that realization, sir? Hello, Honorable Dubayu, are you there? Okay, so I think he's attending to something. Let me come to you, my brother Jake. Let me come to you, my brother Jake. Do you think that The government of Joseph Numa Boeka have realized it. You know, as it relates to all of these things that we're talking about, by human rights reports. I just have another thing that somebody sent to me. You know, sexual exploitation of minors by government official, etc., etc. Do you think that this government have come to the realization and say, look, this thing is going to harm us if we just leave it as it is? Do you think that they have come to that point to realize it?
Prince, I will just go a little bit. Then you will elaborate more. Let me tell you something. I told the followers here, they must read the doctrine of the Unity Party. Then you will get your conclusion. They love power. Seriously. They can read. It's not easy for them to relinquish power. No, they love power. They can develop. They don't have regard for the rule of law. A part of that doctrine, a violent group of people, they don't tolerate, they don't debate. When you put it in the corner, they start to insult. Look at all of them. Look at Chris, like people, you have table them piece by piece, piece by piece.
Yeah, I think Honorable Duwayu is here. Yeah, Honorable Duwayu.
They are dictators. How dictators are people like power? How different are they from Paul Biya from Cameroon? How different they love power? So I agree with you. They don't relinquish power easily. You have the party to take power.
Yeah.
They can lie. Look, the Unity Party idea, it was funny in the 80s. I mean, it was funny because they wanted to remove Doe. It was funny on the basis of violence. You know the Unity Party 1985, when they contested, when Johnson F. Doe was on the ticket at the time, they won the election. According to them, they said they won. And Manasali won most rather as a senator. She refused to take a position because her presidential candidate didn't win. She threatened that she was going up the mountain. She went up the mountain. What happened? She was in Boston. She got negotiate for the release of Charles Taylor on the Association for Constitutional Democracy in Africa. Later on, that group transfigured a change. It transformed to NPFL. And what happened in Labrador? War. 1997, when they did not win the election, what happened? War. Everything is about Unity Party. Everything about Unity Party is about violence. Not me. Joseph Boeka said it in 2023. He said, if he did not win the election, Labrador will come to an end. Prince, those wars were said by Omen Boeka. Can you imagine? An old man who should have wisdom, an old man who should be thinking about life beyond his age. He was there threatening that life, blood will be shed if he did not win. So I agree with you, Jake. The Unity Party is a name, and we have to deal with the name. The citizen must deal with the name, and we are dealing with this name. That's what we're gonna do.
Wow, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
to add on quick, I told our fellow followers, you look at all that surrogate, you look at those in the executive branch of government, you look at all of them, you're grading by the authorities. Look at the Samuel Johnson, the Jeremiah Pia, all of them, they're very arrogant, they love power, they're greedy, they seriously, they don't develop, they believe they're the smartest Liberians. They believe they're better than other Liberians. All of them, they can say the elite native group of children, and also native people children. They are out of the elite because they went to school in America. That days are over. I'm telling them, we dining everywhere now. We everywhere in Berlin, we in New York, we in Tokyo, we everywhere like Vegas. The places that they thought they were. We now see there. Anything they think. The same thing. They're not better than nobody. Imagine the group of low IQ people. To tell you, when they hit on the government, are low IQ people. They were calling the other people named dummy sedition. Dummy people that follow George Weah. A renowned legend, an icon in the Republic, in the African region. Then you talk to the followers, then like dummy people. But look at it now. It already established. I told Liberia it's over. You know why it's over? Because Georgia ruled the country. They have sort of bunch of low IQ people, reality. 2 years into the presidency now, nothing working for them. Nothing working, please. Look at the country. They don't talk about the bread and butter issue anymore. Further on, they don't know what they call bread and butter issue. When he asks what they call bread and butter issue, they will never rectify it yet. They actually, I get to know now that before we were sitting under the fence, but now we're in the fence. We know that low IQ people. That debate will never run here. We will debunk them. You know the people here when Costa get high, he had platform in Monrovia high radio station. And you on radio station now. You on radio station in Liberia every Friday. Everywhere now they find radio station for you now to see millions of people follow you. The day they get a slot for you alone, I believe. I said the day they find and 2 FM or Freedom FM internet find a slot for you just for 1 hour. You will sing Monrovia. You will sing Monrovia. Imagine what would you on the Palaver Hall. Then you're talking, you have a slot in the country where every day they're bringing you on, you alone. Because they had their voices lying to the Liberian people. Oh, my hero. You were never a hero. You never a hero. You were never a hero. Never. Because we get a credible society. People won't fact check people. People don't read. They don't research things. So they look at Kenya Costa. Where people sponsor them for school. They sponsor him for school. He was riding on cassette that they let that he know that the cassette into fraudulent behavior. State on what spoon at the table he go on today. He was part of the medical fraud. He defrauded America. He saw fake medical lesson that killed a lot of people in Florida and other places. Then let me tell you something. They're not better than nobody. They can't top at nobody because the only thing they had a platform that they could cajole the Liberian people. Reality, because they have certain platform, I know Root FM or Ghana Super FM he had. Then he said now he come for in America, he cajole the Liberian people. When the CDC will empower thousands of people, forgetting they were silencing. He can't talk about nobody, he's not aggressive about nobody, he's not fresh about nobody. No. What kind of extra school you go? Why you not eating? Why you not working on Wall Street? Or be working in corporate world in America, he hustling the Liberian people, just blackmailing people. All the other politicians in Liberia are scared of him. They're scared to attack him. And the problem I can't care about this. I can't care about the Liberian politician in the country. How can a Henry Costa blackmail? He can blackmail him too, or you cannot attack him too. No, the problem he ran away with that thing for a very, very long time. When he corner somebody, they see the corner, they panicking. What they gotta bring what secret also? He got one of the deadliest secret. It's smaller than a naked picture all over the country. You see, you're a sound man. For you cannot wear in corporate world because when they bring your video up, they will say, who are you? You say you lecture, then you get your naked picture. That's why I say you're not street smart. So he's looking for relevant. He has been lost from the map of Liberia. He lost. So now he knew seeing the $10 million thing. Why you not a tax from flag it? Nobody flag the particular building that 4-year mansion. Nobody flag it. That spoon top flag it. Because you know why he got angry? Because that guy went to the House of Representatives. I mean, went for under confirmation hearing or they call him for whatsoever. The minister, where he said he never knew nothing now. Because of that particular position you were eyeing. You were in that particular position.
It was Titikwa.
Yeah, because a circulator in the country, a circulator that he don't help. Because the surrogate that surround the president said, no, Mr. President, they cannot come close to you. They cannot come close, cannot get in their position.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. You see, my people, this is very important, and I want to weigh in on this. That is this U.S. 2025 State Department report, the Human Rights Report. It's very serious because at the end of the day, while it is true that this is a report, but our people are the one feeling the weight in Liberia. All of these things that are reported here, they are facts and not propaganda. Unlike them yesterday who used to, use their either political affiliation or their proximity to other people here to lie and say stuff. But we are seeing these things happening now. It is happening right before us. It is not something that is been, placed on sheet of paper to carry, but we are seeing it. When you look in Liberia now as we speak, my people are afraid. People are afraid. I mean, Liberians are even afraid to even invest in their own economy. Look at how businesses are closing down. Look at how business, sharp. Just take for an example. Let's just leave the big one. Let's not come to maybe somebody will say, let's go to maybe the investment, how you call commission website and blah, blah, blah. Let's just use this common example. In your area, my people, the place where you're living, from to your house to on the road, how many shop or how many business people you used to see just lining up on the street selling from your house to on the road? Let's even agree that you just walk for like 5 minutes. How many Wheeler market you used to see during President Weata? I remember sometime during President Weata, people used to say, "My man, the seller they're not easy. The seller they the seller
Yeah, I
they
like the comparison. I like that comparison.
But look at today, my people. Just ask yourself, from to your house on the road, how many shops are open? How many persons you see get their Wheeler market open? How many persons that you can pass by that you know that, yeah, the people that we used to know them, we used to sell their lating, they used to go and sell. How many of them now selling? How many of them? No, just do your own analysis. Let's not look at the big one. Let's come to the small one, the community. Look in the community. That old man that used to sell the pepper, the chicken soup, and other things that used to go to credit for and other things, is she still selling there? Is she still selling? That Jalo that his shop used to be open. Anytime you go, you credit. At the end of the day, you will say, "Bossman, go. I know you will pay." Is he doing the same thing this time around? Look in the shop. Look at his shelf. My people, Liberians themselves are even losing trust in their own country when it comes to opening their own lay Wheeler market and their own little investment. You know why? Because things are getting very, very expensive on the market. Very expensive. The government does not have control over the prices of things to the extent that when you go in these, for example, these Lebanese stores, people who are supposed to be selling wholesale, they're selling retail. One of my men was telling me, he said, "Prince, I said, yeah." He said, "My man, we got some kind of store down water side. They call it Shanshu store. But how you call the place?" He said, "Water Street area there." He said, "My man, when you go in the store, the men are supposed to be selling the kernel, the whole carton. They're supposed to be selling, this thing wholesale." He said, "Do you know that the men they're selling one kernel? You can go there with the tailor, then we can go there and go buy kernel. Yeah, one." He said, "We can go there and go buy kernel. One kernel. I mean, kernel." He said, "We can go there and go buy it." He said, "Anything now we want buy from the Wheeler market, we need to go in Wheeler market again. We just need to wait right in the Lebanese men's store and go buy it. Even in pen, one, the men is selling the one. In pen, where the beginning used to be passing around, buy your in pen, buy your day, the men is selling it. Baboon Koto, they men are selling it. Chinese Koto, they selling one. When you go there, they get their, how you call, a counter, they put it there for display. They're selling one instead of wholesale. My people, this how damaging, this how very terrible our country has become. And to even make things worse than ever before, the justice system that is supposed to protect us has been politicized to the extent that look at what is happening with this issue of the alleged, arson, those who were alleged of carrying on the arson attack on the Capitol building. Where are we with that particular case? They torture these people. At the end of the day, they cannot prove anything. They cannot prove anything. The government is struggling. We need to ask Gregory Gele Como. Gele Como went and brought in the entire call log for the almost 5 million plus people in Liberia. And you'll see what we're talking about. Police brutality is on the increase. What becomes of Matthew case? They went in Matthew's room and they executed that brother. That was an execution. Today, where are we with that particular case? Who are those that have been brought to justice? Are there any officers who today we know that honor investigation for the murdering of how you call of Matthew? No. Nobody. The justice.
But President Cotton, but you saw you saw the video circulating where they were Chinese investor and the port managing director.
Yeah, I saw that video. I saw that video.
So video. Shameful.
Very, very shameful. But Honorable Dubayu,
managing director trying to
yes, sir.
No money, man.
Yeah, Prince. So you're calling me just now, Prince?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're trying to round up. Again, fellow Liberian, while we're
So
trying to
yeah,
round up, the number is there. You can give us a call and
so
then
yeah,
have
so
your
in wrap
statement.
all, let me say this in wrap all, Liberian people, never be deterred. You never made a. We can blame you for electing Joseph Waka. You need a prescription for your problem. They lied to you. They deceive you. They misled your desire for change and they exploited it very negatively. So today you see market breaking down. You see my brother Prince was just talking. Era Supermarket. You remember Era Supermarket? It was the most famous supermarket between 2000 and I think 15 to up to 2024, around that era. It was the most popular supermarket in Liberia. Today, that supermarket has broken down. It has broken down perpetually. You don't see Era went into bankruptcy. Even
Wow.
exclusive, one of the branches right on Tubman Boulevard broke down, went into perpetual bankruptcy. Habib Supermarket have closed most of their branches. Habib Supermarket, it's a popular supermarket chain in Liberia. There's a pharmacy that used to be right adjacent Lucky Pharmacy right there opposite GFK. There's another
Yeah.
pharmacy that used to be right there. That pharmacy has been closed perpetually. They're out of business because now other people, Joseph Boga children and other people, they're doing things, they're getting permit they're not supposed to get. Plenty things happening in that country. So fellow Liberians, we will keep appealing to your conscience. We will keep making you understand that you
Hello? Do are you?
I think he had a problem. I think Duboy had a problem.
Yeah, I think it's network. Maybe he's driving. He's driving.
Yeah,
But
but
again,
Prince, the
fellow
thing you are
Liberian,
elaborate. Prince, the
yes.
thing you are elaborating in a lot. Duboy emphasize about the supermarket chain and other things closing in the country. But Prince, look at Liberia too. Electricity, the energy price going up.
Oh yeah.
Rentage. Prince, as anybody with Pablo Labrador under the last fear, that reality, you take on your political hard reality. You are not feeling the pinch in the country. I want my question I always ask you: are you better off now than the George Weah? We are all Liberians. We get affiliation. Yes, we get political affiliation. We know who we like whatsoever. But the country belongs to us. We pledge allegiance to that particular nation. Are you better off now than the George Weah? It's reality, yeah. It be better or no problem. That's all reality now. Prince, everything skyrocketing in the country. Rentage to pay to a one bedroom apartment now. It depends on the community. One bedroom apartment. I remember young girls in the country, young children in our 20, 21, 22, our managing for themselves. They used to be in the bedroom for 20. They used to get small apartment. They were $20, 20. Now it gone up to 35, 40, 50. Seriously. I tell you, a sleeping place, wherever beautiful sister, let the boys there. Boys, but you can be two, you're being one lay bedroom, you're managing yourself. But women are decent people, that are clean people, they let like privacy, especially the young girls, the teenager, that how they start, that how they go out there now. You can never find, you see what 25 apartment, a small place now, you can never see no protection. I remember a few years back when you visit Monrovia, you will find $25 pay a month. You get your window bar, you get your iron gate. Now no, yourself will put this thing in there. You even try to face the landlord and house now. They will charge you. They're using the renter then to face the houses now. Every year they increase the houses. That the reality here. That the five people look at in every society. When you lay your head, the food you eat, and medication, that three things that always preach that bring people to manage money. The first important thing in the whole world, where you lay your head, how you gotta pay that bills, you gotta maintain that place. Your food where you can manage, medication, these three things are the more powerful thing on the earth. Nothing else matter. Where you lay that head. That you can be maintaining it. Now everything's skyrocketing in the country. Electricity, energy price going up in the country, gasoline, the inflation, everything going up. I tell you, we end up at a crossroad when I be casting all these things here, that reality. Now we're not here to preach propaganda. We told the platform, not a propaganda platform, because Joy Ride ruled the country for 6 years. because we know where he did. We saw everything. We had a founder minister. We had everybody. We had the public work minister that was all over the place, Panakoko, Baby Rose, all these things. So pre-lay, oh yeah, compare. Let's compare the two government. Compare. You take on your heart, take on your political heart. Reality setting in. The University of Liberia closed. 30,000 enrollment in the University of Liberia because free tuition. 30,000. It never happened in our country before. Why? They carry teachers, they pay up. And doctors were making $700. The records are there. It came to 2,000 per month. University, the where Barbara Sonnen now demanding the country today. Where youth chairman for CDC because they are all belly driven. They can never cajole us. Their days are over.
Yeah, he served
The
as
days are
person,
over.
you know, for the
Yet today,
campaign
yet
spokes,
today,
person.
who can a salary at the University of Liberia? You can see students talking today. They don't protest anymore. When the economic freedom fighter, I always ask that question. What they gone there? They say they want to be like Julius Malema. They are all fear organization. They're not active. No, they're not there for the Liberian people. They lie. They only have hatred for George Weah. The men are made education free for the country. Then you're hating him. Then you're like gullible people that telling you, oh, when they making education, it's a right. It's not a privilege. It's a serious right for our country. And former president then brought book, then we should read book. We're having a gullible society, Prince. So we were doing everything fun. They lie. You compare the contract. You compare now. You compare the two leaders. The United Party and CDC. You make comparison. They rule the country for 12 good years. Then they come back again to power. So we rule the country for only 6 years. A fingerprint all over the country. You like it or not at the reality. Since 1847, we 178 years old. There is no president developed that nation than George Weah.
Thank you, my brother Jake. I want to say thank you. And to all of our people, I want to use this time to say a very big thanks to all of you for your presence here. It's always a privilege. Whenever we come here, like we said, we are working on all of our people to be here. The schedules are very tough. So people are still working, trying to see how best they can adjust their schedule. But again, we want to say thank you for the effort so far in supporting this platform. Continue to support, continue to share. Your comments are all appreciated, here. We appreciate your comments. Just be civil. You don't have to insult anybody to get your point across. I want to say thanks to my sister Nina Quia, to Mohammed Kamara, Abraham Flomo, Samuel. Thank you so much. Rufus, I want to say thank you. Claudia Allison, we appreciate you. Ansumanas Toure, we want to say thank you. Vani, thank you so much. Julius, all of you. A Signer, thank you so much. Dagoze, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Dagoze, for your presence here. Those of you who are following us on YouTube, we want to say thanks to all of you. I want to leave you with this question. I want you to be sincere. If we are to discuss about just infrastructure, what can you say about Joseph Numa Boyka? He has gone 2 years. What can you say about him? Recently, we saw the completion of a project that was about 85% completed. It was 100% paid for by President Weah. That was the NOCAL project. Why you think they are not running with the NOCAL project? Because they know we will debunk it. The NOCAL, why they are not running with it? If they can run with hand pump, just like Numa Boyka go open hand pump in Bapolu, they were running all around with it just lasts for 1 week. Why are they not running around with this NOCAL? Because they know that we have the facts. We have all of it. My people, what can you point to in terms of infrastructure in this government? Let's go to job creation. Then they say President Weah now create job, Liberian people have no job, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So what have they created as far as the job is concerned? What have they created? Have they created job, or are they even lessening the job opportunity for our people? And the latter is it. Look at how many persons they took from the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, almost 700 people. Look at how many EPS they took, almost 300 EPS, trained people. They put them down. From the Ministry of how you call of Youth and Sports. Look at the how you call it, the TVET project, the YEP project. The government refused to empower people. But at the end of the day, the money is coming in their pocket. Patrick Horner is making a $3,000 for generator beating every month. Samoa, Joseph Numa Boyka nephew at Central Bank, he getting his 7,800 cash allowance, his $5,000 for housing, allowance and etc. While you and myself, we are here. But again, I want to say thank you, my people. Time have caught up with us. Until we meet again, thank you so much and have yourself a
Yeah, salute. Salute, bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today's the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be thing of the past.